A jury found Friday that Anissa Weier was mentally ill when she and a friend stabbed a classmate nearly to death to appease the fictional character Slender Man. The defense is trying to convince jurors that Anissa Weier was suffering from a mental illness at the time of the stabbing at a Waukesha park in 2014. The bogeyman will always play a pivotal role in the normal development of children and adolescents. Neurobiology helps explain it. One of two Wisconsin girls charged with repeatedly stabbing a classmate to impress the fictitious horror character Slender Man pleaded guilty Monday. The now 14-year-old is charged with attempted homicide for allegedly stabbing a classmate to please a fictional horror character. The appeals court upheld a lower court's decision, although the girls will be allowed to appeal to the Wisconsin Supreme Court. Two Wisconsin girls charged with trying to kill a friend to appease the fictional horror character Slender Man will return to court Friday. Two 13-year-old girls accused of brutally stabbing a classmate to please make-believe horror character Slender Man will be charged as adults, a Wisconsin judge ruled on Monday. A Wisconsin judge is set to rule Monday in the status of the Slender Man stabbing case. The girls, 12 and 13 years old, allegedly lured their classmate to the woods and stabbed her 19 times in an effort to please an imaginary figure. The two girls who stabbed a classmate to please the fictional character Slender Man told detectives the other had hatched the idea. A Waukesha County judge heard a second day of testimony to decide whether two young girls should be tried in the near-fatal stabbing of a classmate. Girls had been planning to kill the victim for months to curry favor with the fictional Slender Man, discussing their scheme using code words. Lawyers for the girls, now 12 and 13, wanted the case moved to juvenile court, but the judge set a preliminary hearing for February. A doctor's report heard in court Wednesday found that the 12-year-old accused of masterminding a stabbing attack in May is competent to stand trial. The two 12-year-old girls arrested in the brutal stabbing of a 12-year-old classmate in May were charged with first-degree attempted murder as adults. One of two 12-year-old suspects in the Slender Man stabbings returns to a Wisconsin courtroom Monday to determine whether she is competent to stand trial. Wisconsin Gov. Scott Walker declared August 13 in honor of the 12-year-old girl who survived being stabbed in an attack to please a fictional character. Doctors say one of the 12-year-old girls accused of trying to kill another friend in the Wisconsin woods isn't competent enough to stand trial. The judge overseeing the stabbing case of two 12-year-old girls ordered another exam and a hearing. The family also encouraged supporters to visit their fundraising sites to help ease the financial burden of the tragedy. The girls' parents thanked the world for an outpouring of support. According to court documents, two 12-year-old girls plotted for months to kill their friend to curry favor with Slender Man and meme. The two 12-year-old girls accused of stabbing a classmate 19 times in the Wisconsin woods face a general status hearing Wednesday. Ubiquitous as Slender Man now seems, there's still plenty more on the internet parents don't know about. Here's a drop in the bucket. The stabbed child's parents praised their brave girl as the 12-year-old was released from the hospital almost a week after she was nearly killed. The awful Slender Man stabbing is a teaching opportunity for parents to talk with kids about fantasy, reality and media literacy. A 12-year-old girl who was stabbed 19 times in Wisconsin was having trouble breathing and covered in blood when a bicyclist called 911. Two girls recently named Slender Man as the reason they allegedly stabbed another girl in the woods. But who is Slender Man? The young stabbing survivor of a twisted plot in the woods of Wisconsin is a fighter and is improving each and every day, her parents said. Two 12-year-old girls are accused of attempted homicide after cops say they tried to stab their friend to death to win the fictional character's approval. Parents weigh in on Slender Man and whether he poses a threat. NBC national correspondent Kate Snow reports. Eric Knudsen, the man who created the Slender Man character that reportedly inspired a stabbing in Wisconsin, gave a statement to the media. Police say two 12-year-old girls allegedly tried to kill their best friend out of allegiance to a character from horror stories. Two 12-year-old girls have been charged in trying to murder their best friend. Police say they did it out of allegiance to a character from horror stories. NBC's national correspondent Kate Snow reports. The 12-year-old suspects, charged as adults, carried out the plot to please the character Slender Man, Wisconsin police said. Police in Waukesha, Wisconsin, say two 12-year-old girls lured a friend into a wooded area where one held her down and the other stabbed the victim.